Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT livestream. I'm Dr. Doss, curator of the Museum of ZZT, and I will be your tour guide today for another episode of 24 Hours to Go, a series in which we take a look at every 24 hours of ZZT game ever made. We are currently making our way through the Autumn 1999 competition with the topic of fantasy, and I think by this point we've seen some interesting stuff. Particularly this one here. I didn't update the preview screenshot with anything new yet. It's been a pretty fun set. But welcome on in, everybody. Hope you're having a lovely ZZT Sunday today. Hello to Marbles and Glace and Dave and Sales. Welcome on in, y'all. We've gotten through maybe a dozen at this point. Maybe even more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... More than a dozen. I'm not counting. We don't need to count. But we're roughly a third of the way through this contest now. And we're kind of getting a feel for how these games have gone, how this contest went. And, I don't know. So far, not a whole lot standing out. But I think it is getting a little better as we go. We got to see this A Grunt in the Dark game last time, and that was actually the contest winner. I don't know if I actually said that. I think I might have at the start of it. It was pretty cool, and I will give it this. Like, a week later, it's the one that I am still thinking about. It was a very unique game, just thanks to going all in on a story where it just had the simple question of, like, are these goblins gonna kill us? Are these people gonna kill us? Or are we gonna be friends? And we went for the dark route. It was a bummer of a game. But now I remember it. I'm not going to forget that one anytime soon, which I can't say about some of these other ones. But we're not playing this one. We got to start off with something new here, something fresh. So let's hop on over to ZZT itself. And this is what we're going with today. Fantasy World by Oof of Lunar Designs. I remember Oof a bit. I don't remember any of Oof's games. And in fact, looking them up now, yeah, it looks like everything he ever released was for a contest. So this is probably his first release then. He had one incomplete. He did that Echo the Dolphin engine that got released in 2016 out of nowhere, which was really cool. Multi-board dolphin platforming in ZZT, of course. But yeah, just looking at this title screen, this has the mark of a beginner, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna be fun. This just line wall and text title screen. What more could you need? Hey Zin, happy ZZT Sunday to you. Alright, I didn't ping the Discord. I got all the other wait. I didn't ping the Discord? Did I not hit? Did I just close the tab for no reason and not actually announce? Oh, I'm not even like signed in. I think I just forgot to actually hit the announce button and just closed the tab instead. Hang on, I can fix that real fast. Real fast. 24 hours of ZZT games. Post. There we go. Oh, I forgot to set the title, but whatever. Thank you for catching that. Don't alt-tab the Guy Maker, don't worry. I'm sad I can't stream it. I need a censor bar version. I was really impressed when I pressed the style button and saw what that changed. Alright, let's see what do we got here. Oh, whoa, a little fast. I missed my quick pause button. The Great Explorer Ted Halong. Good names today. Happy ZZT Sunday to you, Snorb. Alright, Ted Halong had just reached Point of Eternity, a place where it is said that the view is excellent. You Came for a closer view. Oh, this guy's gonna fall, isn't he? I think that's what our game is. Hey, H-Money, welcome on in. This is definitely gonna be one of those games where we fall down and die immediately. And came a little too far. Yeah. Sorry, Ted Halong. Oh, we didn't die, I think. You wake up in some house you've never seen before. Your body is aching all over. Then you remembered your fall. You are surprised you're still alive. Daddy, the man woke up. Retray. To tray again? I hope this kid has an older brother named Trey. Hello there, who might you be? You know, Ted Halong? Yeah, who are you? My name is Retray. Retray? You seem to have fallen from the mountain above. You fell through my roof. You would have died had the roof not broken your fall. You know, I blame Final Fantasy VII for making everybody apparently think that if you slam through a roof, you'll be fine. I don't think that's going to be a comfortable way to fall off a mountain. There were no houses below me when I was atop that mountain. Allow me to explain. You are in fantasy world. This place is far apart from reality. Hell yeah. Here there are all sorts of fictional creatures and places. Alright, smart guy Dave. It can be a fast roof. I'm serious. Welcome to the world of fantasy. Well, I guess I'm in no position to not believe you. How do I get out of the fantasy world? H-Money, thank you for the sub. Same way you came. There's a path leading up to where you fell from. I have seen it, but it is impossible to get to without the Obula-Mask of the Great Warrior. Alright, Oof's having fun. Where's the mask? Alright, we got a nice little journey to return home from some fantasy world. Quite literally. Of course, to the west, we can't leave this town without a sword. There are many dangerous creatures out there. Is this going to be another one of those ZZT sword engine games? They seem to be very popular, this competition, for obvious reasons. Yeah, sword, no gun. Nope, not in fantasy world. In fantasy world, there is no gun. What's a gun? Alright, where can I get a sword? The antique store. So you people use these things regularly, but they're also antiques. Gems? No dollar. Where can I get gems? I'll give you some of mine. We might find some around the town. Okay. Straightforward. We're info dumping here at the start. These are my kids. I've had to take care of them since my wife died. Oh, sorry, Retray. Sorry, second Retray. I guess this is supposed to be... Oh, yeah, where you must have landed when you fell. Okay. It looks more like a blood stain, which... Yeah, it probably should. I can't really criticize that. Looks like homework. Oh, this is, you know, gun-free fantasy zone. They haven't figured that one out yet. Okay. So now I'm thinking the title screen was just done at the last minute, because the rest of this game is looking fine. Other than, you know, the hole that was made for me, the player. You know what? This is probably just like a bag of money. Let's just get that before we go anywhere else. 10 gems in the bag. You didn't give me 10 gems, or the bag. Uh-oh. The case of the disappearing gems. Actually, can we go in any of these? You know with no answer. No, I'm looking at the passage count. So these are just, you know, residences. Alright, our sword check. Gotta have a sword. General store. Well, you won't find a sword there. Oh, okay. Or a general store. What about you? Will you give me money? Okay, that one worked. Why'd the other one not work? How'd you screw that up? But only once. Ooh. Oh, please tell me we got descriptions of all this fun stuff. Ah, cool but useless. Is that all we're gonna get then? Yeah, this is gonna be our sword here. 5,000 gems! I'm gonna need to find a lot of bags if that's gonna happen. Okay, so... how are we gonna get money? It is an antique. Don't be breaking stuff. Okay, so the general store didn't work. I'm assuming that's a bug also. Is there, let's see, is there a general store nearby? Yes, so we should be able to get here, but understandably, the game is broken. Okay, 5 torches for 5 gems, 1 healing orb, 5 gems for 5 torches, 8 torches, and 1 healing orb for 15 gems. So that's the better value. So I'm guessing it's going to throw me into a dark cave. No, that's our exit. But then what's this then? No other... there's no other exits. All passages are accounted for. We seem to have hit a roadblock here. Good board names. I think we have to jump to the map. No, there's got to be something else we can do here. This must be a puzzle. Maybe, like, one of these things has 5,000 gems hiding inside. Or, like, maybe we can steal the sword? No. Okay, we just gotta haggle. 4,000? Can't afford it. I can give you 10. How about a trivia game? Alright. 5,000 gems, 4,000 gems, or 1 trivia game. If you lose, I get the gems from you. If you be a winner, you get the sword for free. Wow. This is a bad deal for this guy. I don't think you understand how few gems I have. How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man? Oh, okay. I was expecting a 42 on this list. Blowing in the wind? Good. That tune sounded kind of familiar, and then it like turned into the water noise at the end. I think that's like... is it the Town of ZZT, the Scepter puzzle, maybe? It's something where there's like a button where you toggle between 2 states. I think. Alright, well anyway, we've got the sword. So the game can continue. So far, despite the passage and gem bag bug... wait, he took my money anyway. It's not even a free sword? What a jerk. Fantasy World. Tyrell Town. We got Gondo Village. Bridge. Interesting how it seems like it's both a level, but we can just cross it. And the wild forest. I mean, I want to see Gondo. Oh, Gondo's packed. And, okay, one of these passages, other than the exits, is real, and I have no idea how to tell which. I'm gonna guess the gray one there. I guess I should talk to the people. It seems the mini dragons that are on this beach never come to the village. Lady, I think those are yinglets. And here there's a hut where some old lady gives you a key and an axe. What a cool hut. I like playing catch. Yeah, they are windjamming. I was unable to attend, but a local arcade here actually did a Windjammers and Neo Turf Masters tournament yesterday. I was watching it on Twitch. I knew some people there, but they were not the people who were making it far enough to be on a stream. Well, that was my best guess. Guessed? Okay, this must be the lady who gives me an axe and a key, I hope. Nope, it's a guy. Would you like to try your luck in the treasure hunt? Maybe there's something in the chests, and maybe not. Cost only 1 gem. Do not have that. And now I'm trapped here. Okay, so unfortunately, I don't think the judges are gonna like this one, because they don't have the passage cheat. Every time they get stuck here. Okay. Definitely running into a lot of bugs. These, I suppose, are the mini dragons? Oh. Ah. I'm assuming this is supposed to disappear also. You slay the mini dragon. Oh, okay, so they toggle state between torch and Y. Are there engine variation concerns that might cause some of these bugs? No, ZZT didn't really have engine variations for 30-some years. This is just a new developer. This is just a kid making a video game, so it's buggy. And they had to do it in a single day. Found an axe. Oh no! But if the axe is here, what happened to the old woman? Well, now I'm worried. Out of the way. Kind of a nice beach town, aside from the angry dragons. If it isn't Ted from reality, how did you know that? That's so good. Never mind that. You have come for knowledge about Obula. Well, yes. The Mask of Obula is found in the wild forest. However, to receive it, you must have 3 keys, red and blue. And... I have one of these keys, the red one, and I will give it to you. The other one you shall find in the river that runs through... in general. Right. A bit buggy, but we got us another straightforward fantasy adventure game. This one looks a little nice than Bessemer. But so far with the bugs, I think I would hand it to Bessemer. Red torch equals lobster. Yeah, actually, it's a pretty good lobster. So I guess we're gonna find another key here on the bridge. Yes. Oh, it's that Hugo 2 bridge. Be careful if you have any matchsticks. I like the enemy character choices. They're a bit non-conventional. The Lyrat. What's the cane? Fishing pole, actually? A rope. Got the rope. Oh, okay, so yeah, use rope, fish out key. Another puzzle solved by the puzzle master. Oh, okay. It's very funny to me that there's not actually a passage on the other side. You really do just have to cross the bridge back and then cross it here on the map. Okay, into the wild forest. I was checking for something there. What's our flag? Is it just saying that we talked? No, it's the sword. Did we have one for talking to the lady, probably? Ooh. O's and zeros. The Widmole. I like the enemy names. I get that it's a 24-hour game, so there's not much in the way of time. But it would be fun to have little descriptions of what the heck a Widmole is and such. The Man-Eater. I mean, I guess that one's self-explanatory. Oh, did they all stop? Oh no. These poor defenseless man-eaters. I'm assuming this is supposed to be like a tree. And we're doing the usual ZZT forest thing where the trees kind of mark the walls. But it doesn't really look like this is all like forest canopy up here. It just looks like a bunch of tree stumps. Oh, well, here's what 2 of the keys are for. I guess we're probably... I'm gonna guess a boss fight. This seems like a tiny little arena. Oh, we got the RPG engine. We got some great art here. Good faces. Ted and Obula. RPG battle. Oof style. This is an RPG battle I made up. Someone may have used this idea before me, but anyway, here are the directions. When it is your turn, touch the circle. To get a better hit, do it while the white arrow is above a thicker red area. M mean you missed. Do we have a word for Undertale style? I know Undertale certainly didn't invent this. I mean, for one thing, this game is like 20 years older than that, but... Ah. We're hit very hard. Okay, this is... Well, we'll see if it's good. But it's definitely unique, and I appreciate that. It honestly doesn't feel very RPG, though, like this. Oh, wow, we just annihilated Obula here. Ted does know about timed hits. He won the RPG battle. Now it's time to go back to Tyrell and get out of Fantasy World. Yes, I win. Oh, got Obula. Oh. I mean, well, I do want to go there. There was another direction in the forest that I didn't go to. I would like to see the rest of the forest, too. What would be here? For one thing, it did say 3 keys. These guys just don't seem to want to die. Okay, just some more stuff that we don't really need. Okay, that healing orb worked. Okay, so we didn't miss much. I'm gonna assume that was Tyrell too. Yeah. Yeah, because there's no passages and the gate's open. Okay, it won't let me go in here. Is this the same shop? Am I gonna accidentally time warp? Yeah, I am. Okay, so back to this Tyrell 2. Didn't want to just... It's weird, they did lock up the entrance house on the other board for this variant of the village. But they didn't bother with, like, the stores here. Oh, actually, now I'm very curious. What if the general store works from here? Okay, it still doesn't. Alright, well, let's enter the cave. Do I not... Oh no, did it not set a flag? Or is this also the wrong... Oh wait, this is also the wrong one. Right, because the wrong passage... No, okay, no. It's because the general store wrong passage bug took me to Old Town, which is exactly what it did the first time. Yeah, okay, there's no passages visible in the bottom row. So now we're in the correct timeline. Kind of. Ah, man. Oof. 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 Too buggy. Yeah, okay, so we gotta go through a final cave. This would be, like, reasonable. And again, this looks like this is Oof's first public release, so it's not the worst, it's just too buggy. Pretend I bought torches with all of my gems in the general store that I can't enter. You fit the Obula in there, and it opens up. No, it doesn't. A lot of bugs. I guess Oof just did not have time to test this. Yeah, there's no exit here. Next cave. I really hope those are bats and not sharks. Okay, yeah. I don't know why they'd be sharks, actually. We've seen flying enemies. Happy day after Bat Appreciation Day, or 2 days after. It's really weird to me that some of the bats work. Nothing else there. I guess we're going up some stairs a little bit. Yeah, if it wasn't so buggy, I think it would be decent. But the judges are not going to be happy with this. Because the judges didn't see 90% of this, I bet. I think what we all tend to overlook about these old contests is, like, it really sucks to judge them. You have to play, like, 30 games in a timely manner, rate them, provide comments on them. Like, it's no wonder so many judges flake out to varying degrees. And, like, what happens when you're playing this one, you hit the first passage bug or whatever, and you can't make any progress? It's like, do you do what I'm doing and, like, go through the effort of playing more? Or do you just say, listen, I got 29 other games to play. This one's broken. I'm going to give it a bad score and move on. I guess we'll see, but I'm expecting bad scores. Yeah, and this cave is not very exciting. None of the gameplay really has been, but... Yeah, this is a man who did not have time. You make it back to reality, you won the game, and we're not even getting a game over here. It just stops. I'm assuming that's everything. I think we only missed, like, some toolkits, probably. 28, 29, yeah, that all adds up. You won the game. Back to reality. Alright. I think it was okay if it wasn't so buggy. I would still not be giving it great scores, but I could put it somewhere in the middle, give or take. Perfectly average when it's functioning. Let's see, though. What did the judges think of all this? Let me put it on the title screen. The title screen is not actually any better to look at. Let me put it here. This is at least... it makes the game look a little nicer. That's right. I'm always preparing compliment sandwiches. I only have nice things to say. Let's see here. What is this game called? Fantasy World by Oof. Okay. Scores are actually kind of interesting. As usual, I can never understand these people. The first judge gives it a 3 out of 10, and their comment is just no. Fine. You hit the passage bug, you stopped, you moved on. 3 out of 10. Second judge, 7 out of 10. That's pretty high. They say good, but errors and big passage bugs. So they were much more forgiving about the bugs, and it sounded like they were willing to put in the work to stitch it back together. And apparently that just did not impact their scores. Even if this game didn't have any bugs, I would think a 7 would be a bit high. Not outlandish, but like... I'm just looking at like, well, what else? What do they give some of these other games? And the answer is a lot of 7s. A heck of a lot of 7s. Not all 7s, but enough. Third judge, 5.5, says, well, the graphics are nice, but I guess I couldn't get into this game. Yeah, quite literally. And the other two judges left no comments, but they did leave scores, a 6.5 and a 6, giving this game an average score of 5.6. Which I guess isn't too bad. I don't know. No, it's too buggy to... I think it's too buggy to stay above a 5. I think it would maybe be a 5 if it worked. We're aiming for average, and we're screwing it up. That's what I think. That's my compliment sandwich. But, could be worse. Could have been Path to Mew. How come I didn't get a 7 from that judge for Path to Mew? How come they said oi instead of good? I need to find out who these judges are. Alright. Fun start. We got something interesting. Shame it was so buggy. Let me actually poke my head in real quick. I just want to see what some of these errors actually look like. If I can find the file again. Fan world. Lowercase. Ruff the Wolf, thank you for following. Hope you're enjoying some ZZT today. Let's see, what was bugged? This was bugged. He just forgot to say to give gems. Village of Gondo. One of these dragons, this side didn't work. I don't actually want to dig through all. Okay, bind mini. Oh. Weird. Oh, that's not a dragon. So some of them try to scatter around a bit before they start moving, but that's what this does anyway to begin with. I don't know why they bothered with that invalid command. Which one of these? Yeah, it's just for getting random lines. The RPG engine was actually kind of neat, though. Maybe I could see it getting a couple extra... No, not a couple extra points, but like an extra point for that. Alright, well that's the story of Ted and Obula. Let's advance. Let's move on to... What are we on next? We jumped around a bit too much. We deliberately skipped that. We did Kevin Fantasy last week. We want Journey to Hell by Cal Adams. Alright, this title screen tells me nothing of what quality might be in here. Ooh. Right now I'm looking at this and the only thing I'm thinking is, boy, I'm glad it's not blinking. You were an average teenage adolescent until one day you died and went to hell. You know this must be some kind of mistake, but what can you do about it? A big dull metal signpost here. North to the pot o' flesh. South to the celebrities hall. That's gonna be fun. West to the pit of shit. For better or for worse, this may be a memorable one. I would love to... Oh, I can't talk to them, or be attacked by them, or attack them. They're just... This is what you do in hell. Now, let's save the celebrity room. Let's start with something a bit more simple. Going to see the Dark Master? Yeah, man, there's been a horrible misunderstanding. Chant his name in front of the pot o' flesh 3 times. I'll do that. He crumples to dust. Cutscene. Alright, what's his name? This must be the pot o' flesh. Satan, Satan, Satan. Hello. Satan, please give me my life back. Okay, but only if you can guess my favorite number. 666. You're right, damn. I want you. Oh, we're Satan's love slave now. Well, I said it was gonna be memorable. Right, well. I got that South Park humor. Let's try the sunny part of hell. Is this any better? Jeffrey Dahmer. Ignore. Hang on. Monk's Box. Is that a Calvin and Hobbes reference? Find and take a fishing pole. Alright, now I went through these, so I'm like, I shouldn't have any surprises in the text. But that being said, I'm gonna talk to Jeffrey Dahmer over here, and we'll see if we all get to see. Ignore him is probably the best choice. Oh, let's meet some celebrities. Who's it gonna be? It's 1999. Bob Dole, High School House, and O.J. Simpson. I'm pretty sure 2 of those 3 were definitely alive in 1999. Actually, this one doesn't look like a normal door. Locked. Regular door, also locked. Main jury walls and no space. This is your high school, alright. You see 2 doors. No? No. French teacher selling crepes. Buy a crepe. Buy a crepe from her and eat it, and you're done. She yells, hey, you need French ice. Not having any French currency. You can spend the rest of your life as her loves. Okay, so we understand the ending. Oh, I'm stuck in here. It seems like you go to hell and then die of eternal sex. What about this one? Oh, I'm glad. Okay, the shit pit. We'll go fishing. Doesn't look the type. Hey, Nicole, we're playing a wild game right now. You pull up a silver key and place it in your pocket. Oh man, we gotta go back to the celebrity room. That doesn't look like shit, like at all. At least in the literal sense. Okay, who's... Alright, let's meet the recently deceased Bob Dole. So help me God if this ends with a sex-themed game over. Shrouded in complete darkness, you press on into the depths of Bob Dole's house. Pick one. Democrat, Republican, or third party. You know we gotta see what the third party ticket's looking like here. Suddenly you feel yourself losing substance. You've disappeared. The opinions of my creation are not mine. Well, voting third party didn't work. We'll say we're a Democrat. Portal appears in front of you and you regain consciousness in your car. Of course! You nearly avoid the armadillo that sent you to hell the first time. Deadline of the 24 hours of ZZT Fall Contest is about 10 seconds away. You can blame the complete crappiness of this game on the fact I procrastinated until about 2 hours before the deadline. I'll make this brief. Everything by Cal Adams. If you enjoyed this game, your expectations are too low. You win. Alright, well we gotta tell Bob Dole we're a Republican. Bob Dole's not actually present here. He didn't do anything or say anything. You suddenly feel a sharp knife pierce your chest and blood pours out onto the ground. Wrong. The opinions of my creation are not mine. Okay, so Cal says vote Democrat, please. Because otherwise, it's over. Is there an OJ room? I'm noticing we didn't get to go in here. Don't cheat. Okay. Oh, it didn't kill us. Listen, the people want to see OJ Simpson here. So I guess that's it. That was fun. A lot of edgy humor. What did the judges think? Because there wasn't a whole lot here, actually. Journey to Hell. First judge gives it a 5 out of 10. Nothing too exciting, honestly. I probably could have showed it, but I'm just like, it's what you would expect from the other things in this game. 5 out of 10. You're lucky I'm an easy judge. Second judge, 6 out of 10. Right. Third judge. Big bug in Duel's house. No? That part worked. Fourth judge. Fourth judge. All caps. But eternal sex is fun. No longer all caps. If it's not with a French teacher. Fifth judge, 4 out of 10. No comment. Average score, 4.9. So they weren't a fan. They liked Fantasy World more, and so did I. Thank you, Cal Adams. Is Cal Adams Celestial Avenger? Because I remember somebody who went by the name C_A. And that's what it stood for. I'm not 100 if that's the same guy or not. I'm assuming it is. But it might not be. Who knows? Alright, well, we got an unhinged game out of the way, at least. Cheesecake Avenger? I guess there's just a lot of Avengers. Let's see here. Next in the line In dreams. Oh, we sleeping. Got a large ID number. Tiny little bed. I'm kind of impressed with that lettering, actually. It's quite legible for a 45-degree angle. By Flatcoat Lab, also known as like 30 other names. September 25th, 1999. Does this say? Okay, the IF site says it's the 24th, but that doesn't mean that he could have just started it a little late. Alright, a Flatcoat Lab game. This could be anything and everything. Fingers crossed for something good. Looking nice, at the very least. I keep minimizing like things that I shouldn't be minimizing. This is the tab I want. Thank you. Yawn. I've been ZZTing for 18 hours. I'm so tired. I told myself I would do every 24 hours of ZZT. Every time. And nope. Absolutely not. I must get some sleep. Yawn. No, must stay awake for the contest. Okay. Ah, okay. Are we gonna get a metagame where we dream about, like, winning the contest? Or making a great game for the contest? Or... you know. We're in fantasy world. I'm in a forest? What's that over there? A tower? Maybe somebody there can tell me where I am. I must be dreaming. Looks kind of nice. This had to be a pain to make, this board, actually, back then. You didn't have an external editor. You were placing every single one of these different colored tiles down by hand. It's quite a lot of texture work, honestly. I'm honestly pretty impressed. This is what happens when you ZZT for 18 hours. You get to make boards that look like this. Cool Castle Gate. This board's stolen from... Man, Dave, it better not be. Don't you make me look up Dragonwoods right now, because I'm doing it. No, no, no. It's just, you know, every other ZZT forest. But it's not Dragonwoods. I'm also impressed. I like this. Like, we have a gap in the trees, but it's still set up in a way where the player can't go there. Nice looking moat. This is a good looking game. Oh, look, we even get like the little shadow and the water down here. Hey, Ellipses, welcome on in. Boy, I hope it's not just pretty, though. But so far, art-wise, bridge looks kind of elevated. Yeah! Solid start. Maybe. Okay, are we going dungeon crawler mode? Oh, okay. Transporter to get us in. Some corpses. A guard, probably killed by the elf over there. A sword. Well, another sword game. Oh, hang on 1 second. Wait, not this second. Never mind. But eventually, hang on 1 second. It's too late for me. The guard in the corner, it's been too late for him, as he's left this mortal coil. He had a sword. You can use it to break down the door. The guards closed it after they saw me. Okay. Who are you and why did you kill a guard? And why am I taking up your mission? Chop down the door. Swing at some knights. Slice them up good. Just the usual run into them combat. Definitely want to check out these potions. I mean, the stutter... well, no, because I'm still... every time I try to be tactical about it, I just get my ass beat. I love that ZZT just seemingly independently came up with bump combat. Drink that potion. Okay, it was not really worth coming down here then, huh? Still looking okay. I wouldn't be surprised if we're basically gonna use this shape of board and just climb a tower now. And that'll just be the entire game. Yeah. Oh, uh-oh, is this the end of the game, actually? It doesn't look like there's gonna be much more after this. Alright, slice them up good. I mean, there's definitely something cool on the table. Ah, okay, it's one of these. I'm holding down the button. And we're just constantly looping this with nothing actually changing. Let's drink this potion first and see what the deal is here. Is this the end? Glowing gem. That sounds like something that would return you to reality. Your world flashes, and you feel a state of limbo. A state of nothingness. Uh-huh. Oh! The twist! We were in a tube. Tap on the glass. Oh, because I tried moving south first. Does anything... This is kind of neat, actually. I love that we're not getting any explanation here. Like, nobody is talking to us or being overheard. We're just in a tube now. With some good little buttons going off over there. Hey, let me out. The man in the lab coat smirks. Oh, yeah? The man in the lab coat chuckles and goes back to his work. Oh, I couldn't actually smash the glass. You start to crack the glass. The man with the lab coat starts to look worried. Smash the glass one more time. Guy in the lab coat draws a gun. Guards! Glass and water go flying everywhere. Oh, they do! I love it when, like, ZZT games don't lie to me about that thing. The gun flies out of the scientist's hand. Oh, he's bad at this. Cool. Oh, they're gonna shoot him. No, they're just gonna shoot around him. Alright, now it's my gun. Alright, I'm liking the twist here. Computer, there's a microphone grill. Most likely the computer is verbally controlled. What's the square root of 827? 5,587. What's the square root of this really big number? 28. Well, I don't know about that. I was willing to believe you on the 827. What year is it? Oh, this'll be good. 2051, okay. Where am I? You are in the Jarvis Biological Facility. How do I wake up? You must find the Sandman and have him wake you up. He lives in the land of Nod. Okay, well, we've all played Nightmare is the thing, so like... You can't just do the Nightmare thing. Also, you have to actually hit escape to get out of the dialogue. Have these guys haven't shot each other yet? They're gonna make me do it? Oh! Oh, and they know how to punch! Use the spray. Healing spray. It's the future. Well, goodbye. Also goodbye. I guess I should engage a little with it. Where to now? Are we gonna find another cool glowing gem? No, there goes our ammo. You, explain everything. Oh my god, it's Venom. Our author. Correct. Got any hints or tips? Also, I think Brian is also the author. So, like, how to bring down a dog? No. No, not like... How do I beat this game? Beats me. I just made it. But I can tell you the enemy bloodstains are caused by the dark red empties from Snack 4. Yay. Let's hear it for Snack 4, everybody. Okay. Where can I find the Land of Nod? Go through the doors. Thanks, Venom. A very stylish game. Oh, I bet we're a dog now. Because it mentioned a dog and now we're colorblind. What? Huh? Oh, this is a black and white sitcom. Sup, dude? Dude? Yeah, dude. How dare you insult me, sir? Dang. Alright. The black and white sitcom man. Got him. Now to use his toilet. Do your business. One-time sound effect. Oh, I hate these crowded bathrooms. What's going on outside? Oh, I think it's just bad contrast with trees. I can kind of see like a tree shape. Anything good on TV? I kind of like the spontaneity of all this. Second bathroom. Uh-oh. They got me. No, we gotta talk to the other person. Presumably sitcom mom. I won't go outside. Touch the hot stove. Fridge. Icebox. Alright, is this just gonna be like generic 1950s housewife? Nope. Hi, mister. Oh, it's little Bobby. I'm almost ready for school. You like school? School is peachy keen. Ah, he slapped the little brat around a bit with a trout he found in the icebox. Hell yeah, finally some trout slapping. I'd love to use Merc. Okay, so second bathroom. Oh, we are very much doing this. We got, I didn't even realize, yeah, we got like the separate beds for the sitcom couple. Alright. Let's get pulled into the toilet. Wake up on a beach. Oh, good sewage pipe. I don't know, I'm enjoying this one. This one's just kind of doing everything. It's delightfully weird. As opposed to like all the creepily weird. Oh, was Pleasantville 98? I was gonna say Pleasantville, but I thought that was like early 2000s. Okay, yeah, almost certainly Pleasantville. It's the only way a child would be excited for something in black and white back then. Neat. Was there a kid named... I haven't seen Pleasantville since the 2000s. I don't really remember too much of the character names. Where am I now? Howie. What year is it? 1969. How do I wake up? Is it just going to tell me about... Nope, it's not. That's true. MST3K certainly counts. I was still young enough in the 90s that, by default, anything black and white was old and bad. You could get me to watch The Wizard of Oz, but only because it becomes color. It's very important. Nod. Go to the mountains. Yeah, there was certainly stuff on like Nick at Night, but it was never anything like I wanted to participate in so much as like you got stuck watching it. It was for boring old adults. Who is the Sandman? The Sandman is an invisible man who comes and sprinkles sleeping sand in tired people's eyes. That's why you wake up with crud in your eyes. Thank you. Why are you here? Venom only knows. Oh. Well, I probably shouldn't be swimming in it. I didn't think it would actually let me in. I was just curious if there's going to be like a description or something. Twilight Zone, yeah, okay. Listen, there is plenty of good black and white media out there. I was 10, so I rejected it all on sight. Eventually I would learn. This is very funny to me. I'm amused by that. I recorded a GIF. Alright. What'd they do to Maui? This lovely beach. I also love that apparently nobody knows that if you just put the player on top of a fake wall, there will be a fake wall there, and you don't have to have these little Amigara faults. Yo, dude, you need to catch some major waves, dude. How long is this one? This one seems like it's... Wow, 43 boards. Yeah, we'll keep going a little bit. I think I'll just run the break in the middle of this one. Oh, combat again. Those Hawaiian spiders? Scorpions? In the Hawaiian desert? Oh, the Hawaiian prairie dogs. Actually, oh. You know, I'm gonna let them be. I don't want to be cruel to the prairie dogs. Here in the Maui Desert Maze. Oh man. I was like, oh boy, 40 boards of this game? I'm having a lot of fun. And now I'm worried how much of it is Desert 2. Also Desert 2. Desert 3, that's promising. Ooh, the exit. How big is Desert? Okay, just the 3 boards. Let's hit like the next batch of Civilization or whatever, and then we'll do our break. Uh-huh. Oh, that's just a tree. I was trying to figure out how to read that. Hell yeah. I mean, I guess this is this kid's dream. What a little badass. Just annihilate that goat. And then eat 3 apples right off the ground. This is kind of incredible. This is fantastic. I'm loving this one. Even the combat is silly. Sorry, just the mental image of like grabbing a goat by the horns and just flipping them is pretty funny, honestly. We finally found some violence against animals that I'll laugh at. Alright. What a pretty board. After your long and tiresome journey, you get to the top of the mountain. The wise man sits under the tree. I'm impressed with this one. It looks nice. It's got a lot of variety. The combat is fine. It's amusing at least. Sorry for the prairie dogs, not sorry for the goats. No bugs, yeah. We've actually just been able to play the game normally. 18 hours, man. I guess that's the secret, if assuming that intro text is at all true. But yeah, let's take a minute here before we get too excited. And switch over to our ad break. I'll be back in a few minutes and refill my water and all that. And we will talk to the wise man and figure out if he can tell us how to get to the land of Nod. So stick around, I'll be right back. Cliffhanger. An absolute classic scroll. Give up your quest and go to college. Welcome back, everyone. Let's get right back to it. Speak with the wise man. What wisdom can he tell us? Can we eat his apples? It's just me eating an apple, saying hello. I am the Ancient One. What do you want? How do I wake up? Only the same. Yeah, we're not really getting any information out of these people. Where can I find him? Yeah, I know. How do I get there? Okay, thank you. Go to bed. That's the secret. I need some rest. I can do better. The wise man chants some ancient, long-forgotten spell. Back to perfect health. Aw, man, I should have saved the apples. Is Venom really that bad at ZZT? No, he just rushes his games after they're half done, and hates to play his own games, even whilst testing. I mean, this is a good one. Alright, I guess it's off to Nod then. Cool. The dream within a dream world. Sandman's Palace or the Cheese Factory. Well, I know where I'm going. How's the Cheese Factory looking these days? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Hey, that's not bad. What's this thing? Oh, yeah. Thing down. Alright, is it doing... Okay, I think it's walking and moving, so it goes extra fast. But that, like, makes the conveyor belt effect actually look correct, because it looks very fast. Can we just eat this cheese? No, this is hoarding cheese. Don't know why we're gonna need that, but undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. I can't talk today. No, man, this looks like the first tower. Hello, Sandman. I would like to wake up. Hello, mortal. I am the Sandman. I know you have traveled a long ways from your original dream. State your nature. I need to wake up. I'm in a contest. Oh, where am I? I mean, we should know that. Yeah, Nod. I need to wake up. I'm in a contest. If you can pass 2 tests, I will teach you the secret of waking up from dreams. And if I decline? Then I guess I'm free to go back to the cheese factory. Okay. You must give me something. Have some cheese from the cheese factory. It's been ages since I've had someone take the tests. Much less than being here in the first place. Get out of the maze and I will give you the next... Oh, man. The maze. The dark maze? How big a maze are we talking here? Oh. Oh. Oh, that probably wasn't right. Yeah, okay, so there were some board edge is there. As long as you go forward, I think it should... Oh, no, hang on. Let's start this section over and try to not break it. I think it'll work if we do it that way. We just accept... No. Ah, man, you got so far. You tried so hard. Yeah, we're supposed to. That's not how they work. Listen, man. Everybody wishes that's how the board edges worked, because then you could do what you're trying to do here. But, okay, so this is gonna act like we touched the left wall, either in our center maze board or the actual edge. And unfortunately, though, we're gonna be starting out of bounds, which is gonna just completely defeat this entire section. And gonna make it weird. Oh, and this is going in multiple directions? You can make this work as long as it's fully linear. But you gotta use, like, player clones on the board edges. And I don't think people knew about that at the time. I mean, I guess the author did say that he doesn't like testing his own games. And now we're seeing the results of that. Unfortunate. This part wouldn't be particularly good even if it did work, but how tiny it is, it wouldn't actually be too bad. I don't know why I keep lighting torches. Oh, that's a shame. How long is this maze? Okay, and you do have to cheat there. You can't even just let it be buggy and functional. Dang. On to the second test. Ooh. Alright, hang on. Are we gonna pull it back? Here is the second test. I don't like his face. Riddles. See, all good 24 hours of ZZT games have riddles. I am conscious yet subconscious. I can hear and feel, but I'm blind. Thinking of me is tiresome. I am a hard day's reward. What am I? A good woman. Rest, a good woman, the brain, the night, sleep, music, love, relaxation, emotion. What is it going for here? Hard day's reward. My brain keeps saying, well, love is blind, they would say. Maybe emotion? I don't know how emotion is a hard day's reward, though. None of these are standing out to me as a correct answer. Not rest, not good woman, not the brain. Thinking of me as tiresome. Sleep, I guess. Yeah, sleep. We're dreaming. We're hearing and feeling things, but we're not seeing things. I think it's gotta be sleep. It's sleep. Confirmed. What happens if we're wrong? A good woman. Wrong. Oh. What happens is you get put on a different path. Bad ending? Bad ending? I'm sorry, but you lose. You never woke up in time to finish your game. Sorry. Please visit my website on Zoom. Oh, actually, it was... Okay, yeah. Sleep. Can't believe the answer to the Sandman's riddle was sleep. Yes, you are correct. The secret to waking up in a dream is to blink rapidly. Does that work? It works here. Yawn. What the heck? I must have gone back to sleep. Awake now. Back to my game ASAP. You beat my little 24 hours of ZZT game in dreams. Please visit my website on Zoom. Huh. Not a top 4 entry. Real shame about that final maze that didn't quite work out how he wanted it to, because otherwise, I think this might have been my favorite one. It still might be. It's just I feel in the spirit of the competition, I can't put the bugged game above something that isn't and is similarly high quality. I'm not doing a 24-hour stream. No, 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 no. All these games were made in a period of 24 hours. I'm just going through them. Slowly but surely, over weeks and weeks and weeks. That one was good, though. And even with the bugs, this one I will understand if the judges are forgiving. But now let's see, how forgiving will they be? What did the judges think of this one? In dreams. Okay. Approval. Approval is the name of the game here. First judge gives it a 7 out of 10. And says, hello, my name is Sock. Thank you. Second judge, 7.5 out of 10. Good job, Mr. Venom, sir. Great graphics, and the gameplay was darn good, except for the last dungeon place, R. Third judge, 7 out of 10. Funkalicious game. I couldn't have said it better myself. Fourth judge, 8 out of 10. No comment. Thanks a lot, buddy. Fifth judge, 7 out of 10. No comments. Overall score, 7.3. So it's up there. I think it's one that we haven't actually gotten to yet in this one. Yeah, it is from one of these ones. We just haven't gotten to it, so I don't know why they keep saying it, but it's showing up in a few of these comments. But hey, good game. Good game. Do we have time for one more, or should I just jump to the rankings? Let's see how long the next one is, and we'll just go yes or no. Elven Tales, are we doing this now or later? 20 boards, how many toolkits? No, I think we'll save this one. Let's just do our rankings. We don't need to rush here. We've got plenty of hours to go. So I should probably get this off screen. Let's see here. My rankings. This is what we're after. So this is where we were at before. We got through only 3 games today. Oh, I guess that's why I wanted to do something else that's short. Oh well. We started with Oofs. It was just called Fantasy something or other. Right? Fantasy World. Fantasy World was a well-meaning traditional fantasy adventure that just had a lot of bugs that kind of got in the way. And a lot of like heavier ones. Passage errors are not something that people could even deal with without having to like close ZZT and open the editor and fix, like rename save files to ZZT extensions and then change what board you were on, and you would have had to do that multiple times in this game. And I wouldn't blame anybody for not having the patience then, without just a little passage cheat that I can get to use. Otherwise, decent. I think this is going to be another one in the pile of C games, but where? I'm really questioning Serpent's Way being all the way at the top of C at this point. I guess a lot of these are very short, empty games. Maybe this one should be the top of C, actually. It's certainly better than Path to Mew. Well, again, the bugs just kind of ruined that, though. You know, if it didn't have all those bugs, I'd probably put this at the top of C. I think the actual correct thing to do is figure out how far down to put it. And I think going with that, just because of all the bugs, I think I would put it below Dragon Feces. Kevin Fantasy isn't bugged, but it's like a 3-board game that just stops because the author had no time to make it. And the stuff above it is a little more playable, if not particularly great. So I think that's a middle of the pack here. Seems about right. Then we had Journey to Hell. We got to meet Bob Dole, but we didn't actually. We got to meet Jeffrey Dahmer, but you all didn't, only I did. We got to have a lot of eternal sex with Satan and or French teachers. Kind of a weird game. Not a ton going on in it. Also not even super on topic. Now that I think about it. It wasn't really much of a fantasy game. It was a go to hell game. We didn't do anything particular, like, most of the people we met are actual people. It was very lacking in the fantasy department. So now, I think the real struggle is whether I let my broken-ass game be better or worse than it. Honestly, I kind of want to put it in the D tier. It's not appealing, really. TV Dinner Box was kind of nothing, though, also. I think it was still made in good faith, even if it wasn't super on topic. It certainly doesn't land very well now. Might have been a little bit funnier back then. I'm letting me benefit from my game being on topic more. Otherwise, I'd have to make a real hard decision there. And then lastly, In Dreams. Which was pretty fantastic up until the end. And I'm kind of, again, escaping having to make a difficult decision because I'm gonna ding the ranking just because of the bugs at the end. Otherwise, I think I would probably have put this as the #1 game right now. This poor S tier. But In Dreams was doing the generic bump combat fantasy thing that, like, I think basically everything in the B tier did. And several in the C tier. Fantasy apparently just means you touch objects to stab them with a sword. Or equivalent. But it looked good. You went all over the place. It had some real surprises. The sudden trip to Pleasantville, because the black and white screen was neat. I would genuinely believe, given the graphics in that game, that he did spend 18 hours on it. That's a lot to go through in one sitting. Let's look at that, actually. In Dreams. Just all of this shading. The power of Snack 4. Transporters, the Middle Ages. It's like, this looks good. Nice moat. Even here, like, even in the, when you finally get into the gameplay, and the interior does look pretty simple. Like, the exterior still got this checkerboard pattern going. And suddenly we're in a bio facility. Fun twist. Oh! Oh, I'm glad we looked in here. Hang on. We get the details. Yes, we even get timestamps. Alright, well, let's take this in order here. What I ate and drank. 2 Big Reds. 1 Mountain Dew. 1 Coca-Cola. Oh man, this kid was wired. 1 bowl of clam chowder. 1 sandwich. 1 bowl of cereal. 2 cans of chicken noodle soup. 1 egg. 2 slices of bacon. You cannot ZZT on an empty stomach. Stuff I listened to: Weird Al, Nirvana, Limp Bizkit, The Beatles, DC Talk, The Smashing Pumpkins, Green Day, MP3s in general, things on the radio, the works. Special thanks to the fair, impartial, wonderful, kind, nice judges: Knight, me, myself, I, guy who I see in the mirror, whoever didn't submit their entry to the judges, whoever decided not to join, Funkmeister, etc. Special no thanks to HM, Blue Magus, Myth. Now I can only get 4th again. DC Talk was a Christian rap and rock trio. That rules. I was wondering if it was just like Washington, D.C. region talk radio or something, but then I saw radio crap on the bottom, so. Quite the musical taste. Anybody who participated in this contest. Anybody who says I am a piece of newbie crap. Started at 7:15 on the 24th, finished 2:14 on the 25th. That's what? 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 5 plus 7, 12 plus 7. 19 hours. Wow. What a helpful little board to include. Thank you for answering all my questions. The Trunk of Funk. I mean, I guess this one takes a little step down in the graphics department, but then it goes to this. The sewer. Oh, was there? That was an incorrect board. That's why there was a sewage pipe here. We were supposed to go to a sewer. Cutscene, though. Okay. Oh, right, because we got here, we got flushed down the toilet. So we were supposed to watch our guy just move really fast until they hit a wall. So it wouldn't have been much of a cutscene, but another bug. Yeah, just the texture work here is pretty good. Okay, so yeah, the desert, hang on, is the beach. Yeah, okay, so the beach is very clearly, you filled the screen once and then edited, but that's correct. That's working smart. So you can see all the little bits of detail do line up between the boards. The Love Shack. I'm just impressed with this one still. And again, it was made in the default editor. It's just a shame that this dungeon section doesn't play the way it was supposed to. Good end, bad end, the end. Not bad at all. Alright, let's get out of here. Good set, honestly. All 3 games were at the very least interesting. But that is going to do it for today. I hope you all had fun. I know I certainly did. I think we got a really good set today. We will be back again on Friday, 6 o'clock Pacific, the usual time. We're going to be getting through the back half of Walter's Quest, The Curse Unleashed, in which we are recovering some ancient artifacts before some other group that we don't yet know the details of gets them. Otherwise, the world will be doomed. It is brutally difficult, to the point where I'm going to be editing the game so I can actually make steady progress. Thank you, Dave. Because it's got melee combat where you can still miss even when you do touch the enemy. And it does it in a way where if you start missing, you're going to keep missing and the enemies just hit way too hard. But when it's not being stupidly difficult, it's a really cool little Indiana Jones kind of adventure. I think it'll be a lot of fun to see the rest of. After that, next Sunday, we'll just continue where we left off here. 24 hours to go. Checking out some more of these fantasy ZZT games. Seeing what other hidden gems we can find. Or hot garbage. One or the other. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you all had fun. Hope to see you all next time.